All right. Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I'm your host, John Harris, and today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have KRAVE. It must be...
hello.
Must be said that way with the hands. KRAVE. They have a new EP called Self-Exposure, which was released earlier this year. Right now I'm being joined by Siana.
Yep. That's me.
Sweet. Siana and Ryan. Your name is so easy to say. I like it.
I'm right.
And together, these are the important members of the band. I want everybody to know that.
We've got Buddy Sam, but he's working.
He's working.
We love Sam.
That's right. Like any good drummer, he's working. Not sleeping, not on his girlfriend's couch like other drummers. And together we're going to be chatting about this EP and what KRAVE has got coming down the pipeline. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us, John.
Absolutely. Great to have you on. Now, cool. I guess the first question I have is, take us through this EP, Self-Exposure. What kind of self-exposure are we talking about here? Should we be concerned about this self-exposure?
No way. Self-exposure is about, lyrically for me, it's about exposing, like, your mental health. You're exposing what's inside your head and your voice. It's just feeling like we're being heard. So the whole band is just like, it's an awesome like introduction name as well, like Self-Exposure. Like, this is our first EP, so we're exposing what we are and who we are as a band. And I think, well, the delivery has been insane. Like, the sharing we've been getting is awesome. We did our EP launch that like almost sold out, so it's crazy last night.
Yeah.
It's all about, for me, like the struggles of mental health and like self-infliction, and also like it's a very trauma-based album lyrically. That sort of, they all fit together, different traumas in people's lives, and I just want to deliver that. And what do you think for instruments, Ryan? How do you sort of feel about Self-Exposure?
For instruments?
Yes.
Instrumentation. Well, there's lots of crazy hardcore guitar lines, and just there's a lot of variety, I think. Not every song's the same. So there's songs that are heavier, and there's songs that are like more hard rock, and then there's groovier songs. So I guess we're still finding out our sound in a way, or we've already found our sound, and it's just a lot of variety within it.
Some variety, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty experimental.
It is, yeah.
Okay, that Marshall that's in the music video, is that what we're hearing on the record? What is it, JCM 800?
Is it? Oh, the EVH.
Is it an EVH? Am I looking at the wrong music? This is a most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
It's okay,
Don't worry,
John.
you're okay. Don't worry.
That is okay.
Or is it my PV? You might have been seeing my PV. No.
I'm going through the music videos now to see if I can find what I was looking. That's creepy. There's a guy with chains carrying this girl. She's going into a lake. I'm going to stop watching that.
That's it.
I want to be able to sleep tonight. Is it an EVH? Like a 5153? Yeah?
Yes, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I don't think I'm seeing any Marshalls anywhere. That's embarrassing.
That's okay.
EVH, great. Take us through that.
There you go, the EVH. Well, it was just because I was looking for like a hardcore high gain amp, so I'm thinking, oh yeah. Then you don't want to spend like thousands and thousands on a Mesa Boogie or anything like that. So I just, like, after a month or so of searching, I found the EVH. I'm thinking, this sounds awesome. It's got like decent versatility, these all right cleans, but you don't really have it for the cleans. You have it for like the high gain and the hard crunch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I used on every song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the picture on your website, right on the tour dates, which is another fantastic thing, because since you guys did the things that you were supposed to do, you guys can play shows now.
That's right.
So you've got this little Munchkin 5150, and then over here on Siana's side, there's a JCM 800.
Yes, I know the picture you're talking about now. Yes.
Right, yeah, okay.
You are correct.
That's the picture.
The picture is hilarious because it's like a little tiny white little EVH and then a huge Marshall fringe.
So I saw the Marshall and I was like, sweet, he's using Marshall, but he wasn't. So
Marshall, close.
I know.
We were so close tonight.
We were close to, yeah.
Story of my life. Okay, so mental health, and you said trauma-based lyrics. Is it autobiographical at all? Is it related to what we've been seeing a lot of, speaking of, doing the right things during the pandemic?
Yeah, I feel like it definitely relates to that as well. Like, worldwide, a lot of my lyrics, it's metaphorical and a bit symbolic, so it's up to interpretation for whoever's listening to it.
Yeah.
I wrote it autobiographically. I also wrote a few songs for family members and friends who were going through hard times. So it's like White Walls is for someone in my family that I wrote that one for. And I think it's just really important to get yourself out there, and if you've got a voice and you think you can contribute, I think it's really important to let people know what's going on. And the feedback's been awesome. So many people have come up and been like, I'm touched. Like, I really feel like I've been exposed from listening to this album. Like, I feel exposed, and it's great. And I'm like, oh, and it's healing. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I'm so glad this has happened.
That's cool when you make music and then actually gets a response like that, and you go, oh wow, it is making some kind of difference or an impact in some way. So yeah, it's a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know that I feel exposed. I don't know, it just doesn't, I got to have it'd be out of control, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, White Walls, that's an interesting title. If you don't mind getting into it, what is this track about? Because I'm looking at my white walls and now I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, of course, man. So White Walls is about falling, like, emotionally just sort of plummeting into, like, some, like, basically, like, into a pit. Like, that feeling of it's sadness, and you feel like it's easy to just sort of fall, emotionally just fall. But the song's about going, you've got to know, like, just, you got to keep going. Like, it's a song of hope, actually, and it's a song of understanding. So I wrote this for a family member who was going through a really hard time, and he was in hospital, in White Walls, essentially, and I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible. I understand what you're going through. So I wrote this song for him, and also for one of Ryan's family members as well, who's going through a similar thing about, you're in paranoia and it's okay, and I've got your back and I'm here for you. And it's about, like, I've been there before, not really with like in hospital, but I've been in that place, and you can come out from it, and it's essentially like you can get out of it. You don't have to be stuck in mental health. You don't have to be. You can keep fighting. Like, there's a way out, and that's what the song's about. And it's a song about also, like, relating and acknowledging how they're feeling and, like, how I've felt. So that's what that song's about, really.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even this artwork, I'm looking at it right now. You got a heart with an eye on it, and the chains are even rusty. I mean, you guys got specific on that one.
Yeah. We did.
What did we do? What did we throw out there? What was the idea for the heart?
Oh yeah, I just, like, said, like, I'd love to see just, like, because a heart's, like, part of, like, self-exposure, like, emotionally. You're just emotionally going, here I am, there's nothing to hide, there's no lies, it's all truth. Like, I don't know, and it's like, so, like, exposing yourself emotionally is just like, oh my God, like, no one does that. Everyone's freaking out because we've all got layers. We're like an onion. We've all got layers.
Onions.
We're all onions.
We didn't expect the eyeball, though. We didn't expect the eyeball to be in the heart.
So graphic artist.
She added that in. I was going, okay.
We're like, ooh.
There it is.
Yeah.
It pops, yeah, but that's it.
Certainly does. And then, so there's 6-track EP. So we're going to chat about, if I could do math, 4 out of 6, whatever that is. It's like 66% of the record today. So Walk of Atonement and Purgatory got the videos in some degree. How come those tracks got the videos? And as I had mentioned earlier, I didn't want to get nightmares, so I stopped watching it. But if you could take us through that.
Yeah, well, Ryan actually directed in, like, was it videography?
Filmed.
Video film.
Just
I
say
don't know,
filmed.
just say filmed.
Filmed
Ryan
it.
filmed the videos.
Was that for Purgatory or
Yeah,
just for
both.
any video?
I think we're both.
I think which one was the one that was scary? Was that Walk of Atonement or Purgatory?
Purgatory was the scary one with the man in the chains.
Yeah, that was that idea. Was that me?
No, well,
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh,
Well,
no.
it took 2 days to film. One day was for the band shots, so we just had to get it all in one day. So there wasn't much time for lighting or anything like that. It was just whatever we could get, and then the next day was for all of the scary parts of the clip. I don't know. It's just the classic. What can we do in a real short time? Girl walking through the forest. There's our friend Kieran. He's in it. He wants to be creepy. We've got a big chain that we got
From Bunnings?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you wouldn't know Bunnings.
Yeah,
That's a-
from Home Depot.
Oh, I understand now.
There you go. Anyway, yeah, from there, and then he just put her in his neck, and he just did some weird stuff, and then we're like, yeah, whatever. And then we found a tree. Our drummer, Slam and Sam, he found this big tree with a big hole in it. You'll have to watch it now to understand.
Mm-hmm.
But we're like, oh, let's put the smoke machine in there, and then there's like smoke billowing out of it, and then our friend Kieran, like, I don't know, you just wanted something visually kind of interesting, you know, and to like rehearse my videography skills.
Yeah.
Videography.
Videographical.
Yeah, that's it.
Videography.
Videographically speaking.
Yeah, that's it.
We chose that song because it was our first release off the EP, like a proper campaigning release.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get it a proper premiere, and our PR was like, make a music video for it, and we're like, yeah.
Yeah, they said release a music video at the same time as you release the song. I've gone, I've always released it like a week or two after. I like to keep the string of, interest going. But they said, no, release everything at the same time because no one has attention spans anymore.
And we're like, oh, okay.
So that's what we did. We just got something together real quick and just...
It's good, though. We've got a lot of good feedback from it, too.
Yeah, people
are
liked
like,
it.
scary. We like it.
Spooky.
Spooky.
It is scary. As scary as self-exposure. Actually, that makes me think, are you guys familiar with the author Brené Brown, who writes...
I think so. No, she sounds... Is it... I'm not sure.
Explain.
She wrote a book that she's most known for. She's written a lot of books, but the one that she's most known for is called Daring Greatly.
Okay.
And she writes most specifically about shame, and her research is into shame and the psychology of shame and guilt and everything that entails from there. So especially right around now, she's become relevant again because of the situation that we find ourselves in. And not that something she said, something another philosopher said was the scariest thing we can ever do for most people is to be alone with ourselves. So connecting that to what Brené Brown does with shame and guilt is being alone with yourself and having those emotions. And maybe because of the way society and I don't know, maybe even certain religions have approached those emotions and turned them into unproductive things. Reinventing it as a productive thing, that no, the reason you're feeling shame is for a reason, so take action. The reason you're feeling guilt is for a reason, so take action. And then similarly here, it seems like, well, through self-exposure, we're honoring what it is that we're feeling instead of trying to depress emotions rather than express emotions, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's a cool insight. Yeah,
that's really it. Yeah, that was a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Eloquent.
Yes. I'm free to come along to all of your interviews.
Yes.
Excellent.
Groovy. Okay, so now, White Walls, Outta Control, Purgatory, Walk of Atonement, EP, Self-Exposure. We chatted about mental health quite a bit. We chatted about videography. We even chatted about what a chain hardware store in Australia is called.
Yeah, Bunnings.
Yeah. Boom. What else is there? What's next? Well, I mean, obviously you guys were able to play a show last night, so this actually changes the conversation from something really depressing to, that's cool. What does that look like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like?
Yeah.
What do you...
It's really cool.
Clean now.
It's
like,
great.
Every venue's deep cleaned itself, so it's like soapy. Like, we went to the Bright Side, one of the most, like, which is in Australia, one of the stickiest places. Like, there's beer everywhere, and you go on the floor and you're like, squish, squish, squish.
You walk on the floor and it's just...
But you walked on the floor this time and you're like, wow, I'm like, I'm floating. Like,
there was less sticky.
No sticky, but
to be able to play a show, because since August of last year, it sort of came back for us, at least in Queensland within Australia.
Yeah.
It's just been great. It's been non-stop. There's been a couple of lockdowns, like 3-day snap lockdowns and stuff. We had one just the other couple of weeks ago now, and we've just come out of kind of a period where we had to wear masks, and that finished 12 p.m. yesterday. So we're quite privileged in Queensland to be able to play all these shows.
We're very lucky.
And it's like, oh my gosh. And then sometimes it's like, oh, I've got an early morning to, get to work. And it's like, well, at least you get to play a show.
Yeah.
Another state in Australia, like Victoria,
Victoria.
That's, they're still struggling. So it's like we get to play those. We get to dance, we get to mosh around. Everyone was up, last night. It's just like, this is amazing. We're really lucky to be able to do this.
So grateful.
Because people are, they're left wanting to be able to play a show right now in places like, Canada and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's sick to be able to be so lucky.
Yeah. Well, what is it? It's like the Spice Girls. Everybody's got their shit together but Victoria.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We just went into another lockdown here, so I mean, for the rest of us, we're probably going to be in this thing for a lot longer, just because I don't know, people aren't willing to do what's required, or maybe the government's not willing to do what's required. I don't know. I heard things were pretty aggressive as far as the lockdown was concerned in Australia, but it paid off.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we kind of just went. It's just for the best. Like, we were just went, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I think Australians just kind of were just like, we'll just do what we're told. I know. Even though we're all kind of a bit rebellious, we just sort of we're very community based. Like, okay,
we just have these snap lockdowns and stuff, and then we just get on top of it. And any kind of little outbreak, they're like, all right, that's it, boom, no one can travel here. That's only for 3 days, and then it was even less than that because we did so well, and then it was just masks for another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then
and people made sure to just wear masks, like everybody was wearing them.
Yeah.
It wasn't mandatory, but we just did it. Like, it was really cool. I was like, oh, wow.
So
this is really cool.
Yeah, we're very,
lucky. We're really
lucky to be in Queensland.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of bands I've chatted with from Australia, from Queensland, is it, Brisbane specifically, is it like a pretty hot spot?
It is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially, during COVID, like, Brisbane's like the most booming scene, like, in the Southern Hemisphere. Like, it's open again. Not too full capacity with venues, but we're getting really close. Like, there's a petition for, like, we want to, like, because they've got the football happening at, like, everybody's there. They've opened up the whole stadium. And, like, the musicians are like, why can't you open up, like, all the venues so the bigger bands can play? Like, the local scene is so big right now. Like, everybody's out. But, like, the bigger bands, like, like Powderfinger or something like that, they're trying to play and, like, they can't because they're too big and they won't open up the venue capacity.
Yeah.
So.
But you can watch the football at full capacity. Everyone can line up to watch the football in the stadiums.
And you're like, come on. But we're still grateful to have stuff open.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's awesome.
But, yeah, Queensland, Brisbane's just, it's amazing. Like, everybody's out. It's crazy.
Yeah. And for some strange reason, Wikipedia has a picture of the Brisbane skyline at dusk in 1985. And I don't know why they did that, but it has a place in my heart because I was born in 1985. Nowhere near. Yeah.
Awesome.
I know. This picture and I are both 36 years old.
There you go.
That's Australia, isn't it? Like, in the ice cream shop, you walk in and they got a photo of, like, someone from the 50s, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay. Didn't update that, that's fine.
Groovy. All right. Well, gang, we chatted about mental health, videography, playing shows, self-exposure, tracks from the record, music video. And yeah, I don't really have any other questions other than, I guess, you guys have just released the EP. You can play shows, so I guess you're just going to be rocking that and promoting that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like we're touring, actually. Yeah. So the first show we did last night is a string of shows. We're touring all around Queensland. Yeah, just like Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Brisbane. You know, it's a massive, like,
up and down.
Queensland's massive, like the whole state's massive. So we're driving like 2 hours to get somewhere and then 3 hours to get somewhere.
We've never done a tour before. We tried to last year, and I took time off of work, and then we just didn't get any shows because some venues just aren't.
Yeah, they're pretty not responsive. Yeah. But
so I'm like,
they're open up now.
I'll need I can work now. But yeah, no, we're really excited to do this, the self-exposure tour. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Self-exposure tour. Show yourself.
Yeah, everyone's going to be like, ah!
Fantastic. All right, gang. Well, that concludes my questions. So thank you so much for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast today.
Awesome.
Too easy.
Thank you so much for having us, John.
Thanks,
I really
John.
appreciate it.
Yeah, you look after yourself, mate.
That's it.